By the 1980s, dim sum has truly established itself as a classic among Hong Kong's enormous cultural and culinary catalog.
So people come in early morning dim sum, they're looking at the newspaper, they're talking about gambling tips for horse racing, and, you know, just whole raucous, right? I mean, in the old days, you'd actually push the dim sum carts and they're actually, you know, frying the radish cake right next to you, right? So everything needs to be, you know, full of energy, freshness, and that's what Hong Kongers love.
之前咧賣點心咧係用啲盤嚟掛響身嚟推賣點心嘅。後期咧70年代咧，我哋又用車嚟啦，起碼啲工人唔使咁辛苦啦。推車嘅原因咧，首先啲客睇到啲車，見啲點心又熱，攞嘢又方便，唔使畫單咁麻煩咯。而家好多都係用點心車嚟用嘅。
In order to have the wide popularity worldwide and for tourists, you know, it takes 20 years to 30 years.
Although har gow is one of Hong Kong's simplest-looking dishes, it is during this time that har gow challenges local chefs.
It takes effort to look simple.
Because the fillings and the ingredients, just shrimp and the bamboo shoot, and also pork fat, a little bit fat.
But har gow's simplicity is deceiving, and it soon gets the reputation among chefs for being the jewel in dim sum's mighty crown, not just for its delicate flavor, but for the finesse in which everything is wrapped and presented.
Well, it's all about craftsmanship, right? To you, the man on the street is just a dumpling. But people who know their dim sum know when a master is at work.
其實一個蝦餃睇落去就好似一隻普通餃子咁，其實做起上嚟，佢其中嘅要求都幾多㗎嚇。除咗話你13節啊、皮薄啊嗰啲之外咧，就咁你仲有皮薄，梗係好啦，但係好容易會穿，因為個蝦餃裏邊有汁啊。
However challenging it may be to make a har gow, you can always rely on the good old Hong Kong customer to remind you what you could have done better.
Normally, we will chat to each other, and then sometimes you discuss about the food as well, how the har gow tastes like. Normally, we discuss on the har gow because there's more aspect to judge than other dim sum. Yeah. So normally we say, oh, this har gow, the ingredients too dry, and then the skin too hard, and then the food is not beautiful.
你有啲新入行、新請翻嚟嘅一啲師傅咧，蝦餃我哋係擺到最後尾先教佢嘅，即係教咗一啲其他簡單啲嘅先，咁慢慢一部分教，等佢慢慢接觸咗，起碼要知點為之好，我先至落手去教你點樣去包隻蝦餃咯。
As the new millennium kicks into gear, the world heads toward food convenience and instant gratification. The younger generations start drifting away from the foods they grew up with, but they are also game for anything.
Because the widespread of information online through the internet, they have had their basic knowledge as background information already. So that helps food lovers to become connoisseurs or food critics, and they'll get what they want.
嗰啲年輕一代嗰啲咧，就可能就更加要求高啦，對啲除咗話好食之外，佢仲要好靚，即係打卡啊咁樣。
Among this new world of food explorers are those that still want their favorite traditional foods, but with a 21st century twist, a har gow 2.0. As far as Hong Kong chefs are concerned, bring it on.
You just caught my attention. I get stuck inside your bubble like I've always been for years. We've got a special connection.
咁呢個菊花蝦餃咧，咁啊有兩個原因啦。第一個咧就係因為我哋四郡分坊咧就係比較年輕路線啦。咁啊蝦餃都係一種好傳統嘅嘢，咁我哋都想做啲比較創新嘅食物帶俾呢個客人啦。咁啊第二個原因咧，今次都比較大膽嘅嘗試啦，同呢個中醫師合作啦。咁就中醫師都俾咗我哋一啲建議。咁啊菊花咧都係其中一樣。因為佢都帶有呢個藥用價值，咁我哋就將佢再次咁融入咗呢個點心裏面咁樣。
傳統嘅蝦餃，咁我哋就食清新爽口。咁但係而家我諗咗個蝦餃出嚟咧，就係我哋個概念就來自四川嘅味道啦。咁有宮保蝦球嗰個味道，咁譬如可能係會有啲少少辣啊。有少少酸啊，同樣都係同個蝦係夾嘅，所以我就諗咗呢個蝦餃出嚟，宮保蝦餃。Ingredient inside has a shrimp, bamboo soup, pork fat, and gumbo sauce. Boil the beetroot inside. We need the red color.
I can see the trend of modernize the ingredients of the hagao, bring different flavor and different aspect, different impact to the hagao as well. So this is, I think, the only way they can do to modernize the hagao, but not the technique-wise, because the techniques are very unique. It cannot be replaced by other techniques. You cannot make a skin to a Western skin, right? The Western pastry skin, yeah. You have to stay that skin. That's why we call hagao, yeah.
Of course, today's generation of young chefs are smart enough to know that if you're going to experiment with a classic Hong Kong dish like hagao, you're going to have to answer to someone sooner or later.
Because we are close to those masters. Yeah, they'll tell me that it's, there are not enough shrimps in there. Then it's not a good hagao. So you can mix different things onto a hagao, but the proportion and the original taste to it should not change a lot. It's risky because it may influence the tastiness of the shrimp. And shrimp and the pork is very important as the basic ingredients of a hagao.
喺呢個研發當中咧，我哋都經歷咗有啲問題嘅，因為之後我哋就用咗另外一方法，用呢個乾菊花啦、泡水啦。咁泡水，咁我哋菊花蝦餃，咁我哋都想要做顏色啦。咁我哋都試咗，即係有啲其他方法啦，可能色素。咁啊，對於依家嚟講啊，當然係一個唔好嘅嘢。咁依家我哋就又揾咗呢個我哋中醫師啦。咁我就有呢個黃梔子，咁佢嗰個藥用價值咧都係清熱嘅，咁啊同呢個佢又唔會搶咗菊花個味道，又可以帶出黃色，咁我哋就用呢個泡水個方法嚟做燙麵啦。咁啊第二個就遇到個問題就係我哋撈餡嗰陣啦，嗰陣就之前咁我哋未諗到呢個將啲菊花粉磨成粉個情況下，我哋擺咗呢個菊花落去咧，會食落去咧會有少少叫做。係啦，會有渣啦，係啊，咁啊，所以之後咧就用咗呢個菊花，要磨成呢個幼粉先擺落個餡度咯。
其實最主要都係話蝦餃入邊一定係要有蝦啦，係咪？如果冇蝦嘅就唔可以稱得上叫做蝦餃，但個味道，所以我哋都要寫到明，就係話宮保蝦餃。
At the end of the day, however, with one of the highest density of restaurants in the world, there's clearly room in Hong Kong for everyone and their opinions.
無可厚非嘅，我自己覺得我始終係中意傳統，但係唔代表話年輕人嘅口味有啲咩問題咁。作為廚師，就對於一啲其中嘅要點，如果你突出到咧，就好嘅變化。
Today's dim sum chefs may be young and adventurous, but that doesn't mean it's for everyone, because there are no shortcuts if you want to become a master of the 4 heavenly kings, especially its crown jewel.
It's absolutely labor intensive. So it's nowadays we are seeing that actually not many young people they want to join they want to become a dim sum chef. As a dim sum chef, it takes 3 to 4 years to master the skills. It looks easy, but you need to find the rhythm of making it. You'll find your own rhythm, your own sense of making it, because everyone makes the different hagao. It depends on your personality.
There's even roadside chatter that tomorrow's dim sum makers may not even be chefs at all. Like so many other foods today, hagao could be on its way to being automated. But try telling that to any self-respecting Hong Kong chef.
咁市面上咧應該都呢個預製品啦，我哋叫日本成品嘅蝦餃咧都比較多，但係佢做出嚟嘅蝦餃同埋我哋手工咧就完全係兩回事咯。只我哋都係尊重傳統，都係用手工會好啲。
因為多方面嘅問題，人手啊、成本啊嗰啲多方面考慮咧，而家有啲餐廳已經選擇去做一啲工場去物流嘅點心。咁有一啲對於個品質冇影響咧，我認為都無可厚非嘅。但係蝦餃唔得咯，即係譬如一啲糕點或者啲包點冇乜所謂，你對於個要求係冇影響嘅。但係蝦餃我認為萬萬不可咯，即係我哋做都仲要係我哋天母運賣嘅蝦餃係一邊賣係一邊做嘅。
Today's world of food is a complex, exciting, and sophisticated onslaught of choices and experiences. But that doesn't mean the humble hagao is going anywhere soon, because Hong Kong never forgets its roots. And hagao's roots are forever intertwined with one of the greatest food cultures in the world, yum cha, dim sum and tea.
Everything is changing, but people want always to keep something as an anchor for a family memory or for like a history memory. For French people, for me, it's the gastronomy and the food things. That is an anchor. I mean, nothing can make this change, nothing. And I guess the hagao, the dim sums, the yam cha things, that also is an anchor for the tradition of Hong Kong.
Because it's inclusive, it's social gathering. You want to speak to family and friends, not a square table, a rectangle table where at most you can speak to the person to your left, to the right, and in front of you. Round table, everyone's included, whether it's grandma, grandpa, grandkids, everybody, right? So in a way, dim sum is, perfect solution, right? Everything is small, everybody shares the dishes, and you have some tea to, wash off the oily stuff.